Yo, what is up, you guys? I'm DeAndre.
And Javante.
And we are here today to share our thoughts, give you our review on episode 4 of Marvel Studios' Moon Knight.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I'll start off by saying this. I'm surprised I did not catch this sooner. You know, after the third episode, when it came to Layla's dad. You know, I'm surprised I didn't catch on to that after the third episode. That Mark probably killed her father.
Why didn't you catch on to it?
Huh?
Why didn't you catch on to it?
Well, because, you know, they mentioned the second episode. Remember when he was in the back of the cop car?
Yeah.
And they were talking about, like him and a group of mercenaries killed archaeologists. And then the third episode,
they didn't kill her dad.
I know, but you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it
as
was
far
there,
as
was
being
there, yeah.
involved
Was
with
there,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm surprised I didn't catch on to that sooner.
Uh-huh.
So that was crazy, a crazy revelation, you know, especially because in the last episode, there was kind of foreshadowed that there were still secrets between Mark and Layla.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that was a big one. I like this episode. I appreciate it because it gave me, especially, I would say, like the first half, it gave me that mummy vibe. You know, from the Brendan Fraser mummies.
Yeah, exactly.
It gave me that.
Yeah, with them like going through the tunnels, like find the clues and stuff like that. And then you had them scary ass things
that Pharaoh, I think.
That Pharaoh was eating people and shit like that, ripping them up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That was dope. So like, it was dark as hell. I'm not like the scenes were dark, but
they had like that horror element.
Yeah,
it was dark. It was hard to see. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was hard to see at times. I thought that was the only thing I had to knock it, but they looked scary. I thought they had a lot of action right away. But I did agree with you. I definitely felt like the Mummy, or Tomb Raider type vibes, but definitely Mummy. I felt like the Mummy also.
Yeah.
We go with Steven most of this episode. We get a little more, but we want to go with Steven as the main, person and stuff like that. And we see like kind of like he has connection with the old girl too now.
Yeah.
In a way. And
how do you lose your girl to yourself?
I know, right? And he's kind of having things for her now too. It seems like, which it's like time. That's how it works. But I think they connect on a different level. I think honestly, it's like
she kind of seemed that way in the last episode too.
Yeah, I think she loves Mark for who he is, but I think she also she loves Steven because he's something different. Like, he's more like what she is when it comes to like the study of like the temple and stuff like that. So I feel like she's kind of falling in love with both of the guys.
I think like Steven's level of curiosity is kind of like
what drives her,
like,
yeah,
interests her,
Yeah, like he's new to everything.
Yeah.
Just so like definitely.
But man, it's funny because I think about this now. I don't even know what day it was today, but it's 4/20, and this episode was a trip. This episode confused the hell out of me. I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" But yeah, damn man, I honestly. Do you want to talk about that?
Well, I guess we'll go right to the ending because that's what everyone talking about. I mean, for me, I was like, "Oh damn, what the fuck going on?" But I actually watch people explaining. Like, people have different theories on what's going on, but I don't think that's real. I think it's been set up like that. Like, I think that's been set up. I don't think he's like was imagining all this.
Yeah, because originally I thought it was a flashback scene. And then
you start seeing the different thing. Like the Stephen Grant is the name of the character in the movie. The knockoff Tomb Raider. You have like the guy, the golden, the old got the holding the ball. The ping pong ball. He's the golden guy. The statue. You have
they have his boss, his manager.
She's in there. Then you got the dude serving the cupcakes. That's the guy on the cupcake thing.
Because when it started out, I was like, oh, okay, is this going back to like when he was a mental patient?
Yeah.
Is that how he came up with the name of Steven based on the show? Like he watched the show, so that's why. And no, it wasn't that. It had a twist. And
he's like has a toy, the Moon Knight toy.
Yeah. And
he has old girl. She's in there also as well. She's like taking the bingo cards and shit like that. Yep. It was crazy. And Obu, what's his name?
Who?
Artemis, not Artemis. What's his name?
The Ethan Hawke's character?
Yeah,
Arthur Harrow.
Arthur's like his counselor, his counselor, his therapist.
Yeah.
And he talks about like, I've been down this road, mental health and depression, all that kind of stuff. But I don't think this is real. I think this is all like being set up to make him think like he's losing it.
So what do you think? Because what's crazy is
I heard different theories.
Yeah.
So I heard one theory say like he might be on the boat that's going to like for judgment since he got shot.
Yeah.
So it's like the boat going for judgment and shit. Cause you see like the damn thing starts moving and shit like that. It starts turning.
Kind of like he's in that in between place of living and
dying.
Yeah.
And then he sees like he sees the tomb knocking, and then he gets Steven in there. So him and Steven are basically separated now, different personalities. And we see him walk by another tomb, which probably is Jake.
Yeah.
Which probably is Jake, but nobody opens it. And then we see the big hippo.
Yeah, and the hippo actually
represents
means
fertility and
rebirth, regeneration. You know,
she's gonna help him probably.
Yes,
because like some of the gods actually like Khonshu, and that's another thing we see Khonshu like the chick drawing the Khonshu on the bird with the Khonshu head. Mm-hmm. So I think some of the gods like the chick that we saw in the previous episode and the hippo are like friends of Khonshu. I think they're gonna help him. Yeah. I don't think this is real though. I think he's still. I don't think this is I don't think the show was like, oh, he just pretending to be all this shit. It's just in his head. Right. I don't think that's what the show's gonna do. So I think this is just like a little moment to throw you off. Mm-hmm. But I think come back next week, we'll be back like.
There was another thing because I think maybe the water. I don't know. Maybe the water he fell in was kind of like maybe it's like ancient.
Wait, man, are you talking because he started drowning?
But when he started drowning, I'm not gonna lie.
Going down deep in it?
Yeah, which it was pretty cool because it was like Get Out. Mm-hmm. You know, the going down the sunken place.
Yeah,
literal sunken place. But I thought that was cool how they shot that because that's immediately what I thought of when I saw it. And then also when they first entered the tomb and Leela's drawing something, or I think there was something drawn on that little statue. The statue I think was a panther. And I'm not sure, but I think that might be a reference to Bast, you know, the panther god.
Maybe.
So, I thought that was kind of nice, too.
Yeah, it might be. I don't know, but I think this is like, I think either this is like the middle, like a middle passage, like to be judged, or this is him being played by the therapist guy.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think, he probably already has the damn piece now. Mm-hmm. So, it could be the one. But it was a crazy episode, though. It really took you for a turn.
You know what I'm also thinking? Maybe, because this could be a far reach too, but remember when he was in the office and he was like, you shot me and all that, you shot me. What if Arthur was the guy who actually shot Layla's dad and the archaeologist, and that was like his partner? He just doesn't know it though, but that was his partner. Mm-hmm. When they were originally.
He did know everything also.
Yeah.
Maybe. That could be a total. There's so many, everybody has different theories because there's so much, I mean, the episode ends, kind of ends you with like a cliffhanger, like a mind fuck, you're like, what the fuck? So it's kind of all over the place. But I think definitely, think that everything happened.
Yeah.
I don't think he's just making the shit up. I think it all happened.
You mean everything inside that, like, mental?
No, I think that's all real too. But I think also, like, the Moon Knight shit's all real. Like, he was Moon Knight. I think that shit is real. I don't think he was imagining that shit in his head.
What do you mean imagining the Moon Knight part?
Well, they made it seem like he basically created all that shit in his head, like the love interest.
You're talking about like everything between the first episode and now.
Yeah. I think all that shit's real.
Yeah, that's real.
I don't think that shit's. It made it sound like, it kind of made it feel like at first like he made all this shit in his head.
So it's back in the mental. Yeah.
Huh. He's back in the psych ward.
I didn't think about it like that, but now that fuck, wow.
That's what it made it seem like. Because you see all the Khonshu bird, the cupcakes, all that shit, like something he saw he made up in his head. The name of the character is Stephen Grant.
Fuck.
The name of the Tomb Raider guy, Stephen Grant. The damn Moon Knight toy in his hand. He's tied to the damn thing like he was in the bed. When remember the baby got the bed, the first thing he do is fall over.
Yeah.
He has a thing on his ankle break. Same thing.
Damn, that's crazy. Fuck.
So I think kind of was like, oh, and then he taught himself the mirror thing at first also. And you kind of see the goldfish there and shit. But I think all that stuff happened. I don't think it's like, oh, he just made the shit up in his head. I think all that shit actually did happen. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a crazy episode.
Well, we got 2 more left?
Yeah, I think so. 2 more.
That's crazy, man. Honestly, I don't know where they're going with this.
This also might lead to them being able to find the middle ground of how they can work coherently.
Between all of his personas?
Yeah. There might be more personas. Also, we might see more personas coming out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think these next episodes going to be. I think this next episode, maybe both of them, is going to be him trying to find a way of how he deals with everybody and how he gets everybody to be on the same page.
And technically, who becomes that main persona?
Probably Mark.
Yeah, I mean, probably him. Because I mean, shit. Between that,
I mean, it could be
Steven, Jake. You know, you have the Mr. Knight, Moon Knight. Fuck. 5 characters. Yeah.
So I don't know. I think probably gonna be Steven or Mark. Those have been the guys we followed so far. Mm-hmm. But I didn't think the episode was crazy. It was a good episode though. A lot going on. Yeah, man. A lot about the Egyptians. So I think there's a lot. This show has a lot of like rewatchability because there's so much you can miss stuff. There's so much stuff you can miss, or so much stuff you see in the background that you won't probably catch at first. That you go back and like, oh damn, I didn't catch that. You know what I mean? I think this show like that kind of like And we saw at the beginning also how they have all the other gods that are basically locked up and statued.
Yeah.
So it ain't just him. Khonshu's not the only one. So I don't know what they up to, but
I told you maybe those gods are.
Maybe I thought about that right away. I was like, maybe some of these gods are off because see how girl was like talking to him on low.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like she approached him without all the others. Maybe she knows what's up. Yeah, and also, like even when he was when he was on that trial or whatever, all they did was ask him, "Did you do it?" He said, "No." They were like, okay. Like, they didn't even really, like, let's investigate this some more. Let's ask some more questions. No, they were like, okay, well.
That makes sense. I don't know, man. It's getting interesting. I can't wait till next Wednesday, though, to check out the next episode, because it got crazy. Like, oh, shit, it's getting interesting.
This is definitely one of my favorite Disney Plus shows, though, because I think...
it's different than anything else we've seen so far.
It's different. Everything, every episode is kind of like something new that's brought to it. It's not, like, repetitive. In its whole, it's kind of like an adventure, you know. It's like an adventure.
It's like Indiana Jones some shit.
Yeah, it's like watching an Indiana Jones or a Mummy movie, you know. So I appreciate it. I actually like it. I hope
Oscar Isaac's putting that work and he doing his thing.
Yeah, and I complain about the brutality, but hey, at this point, probably not gonna see it. But if we do, hey, congrats.
Jake and Kane, you might see it with Jake.
We might see it with Jake. I hope. Fingers crossed. But it's solid. You know, it's solid. I appreciate it. I like it. Enjoy it. If I'd rather have Moon Knight than Moon Knight, so...
Yeah, he's an interesting character. It's honestly, I think the show also does a good job like taking from the comic lore. I don't know much about the comic, but I know a lot of people say it's very comic accurate. Like, a lot of things that go on in the comics are happening here.
That whole mental institution scene.
Yeah.
Directly from the comics.
Yeah, I know his characters are very, like, a lot of going on with this character. He has mental health, so, like, it's a lot going on with this character all the time. So I think it's just a different approach to a character. It's different than anything we've seen in the MCU or in like DC or anything. I don't think it's different for anything we've seen in superhero lore in general. But it's cool though. It's different. You know what I mean? I think different sometimes can be good, and it took chances. The show definitely took chances because the show couldn't. I think people could probably say I'm not with this, but it took chances, and I think it's so far it's succeeding. I think a lot of people are liking it, and I think it's gonna continue to do well.
Yeah, I hope it ends on a strong note. That's one thing that a lot of these Disney Plus shows.
Hey, Mandalorian did.
MCU Disney Plus shows.
Oh yeah, WandaVision.
Well, it's kind of alright.
Falcon Winter Soldier? No.
Nah, not really.
Okay, so
alright.
You talking MCU?
The only MCU ending where I was like, oh shit, this was good, was Loki, and that's why Loki is one of my favorite Disney Plus MCU shows because Loki
left you like not knowing what's coming next.
Yeah,
in the future.
And also, one thing I appreciate about these shows, especially this and Loki, is kind of like, well. Loki kind of did too, but like they established a villain right from the start. I just felt like with those other shows, I hated the fact that they would always wait till the end. Oh, okay, here's our villain, and then
Well, Falcon Winter Soldier kind of knows that girl at first.
She wasn't no damn villain.
And she wasn't the head of the operation, but it was kind of threw you off with Carter being the.
Oh yeah, it did throw me off, but like it threw me off. But also, it's like the fact that I had to put up with 6 episodes of listening, or was it 8 episodes? 8 episodes of this chick. I'm not really caring about her as a villain. She's
not for that.
It's sad because she's on. I mean, she's a good actress. I've seen her in a lot of films, but like she's honestly like one of the worst Marvel villains on screen.
Damn.
If you ask me, that's my opinion.
That's tough.
But I don't know. I've seen people complain about that trend of like, oh, why do they do the villain reveal so late? Like Hawkeye. With Kingpin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no. So, well, I think also because like those bosses are 2 bosses, like they're above like let's be honest, Kingpin's above Hawkeye just stats, and then Carter's gonna be above just Falcon Winter Soldier.
Right.
There will be like main villains probably for the future, like more MCU because they're gonna be such big characters as far as what they're into, like the trades and stuff like that.
Yeah, I guess.
But I get what you're saying though. But yeah, man, I enjoyed the episode too though. But it's been crazy. Can't wait till next week.
For sure. We will definitely do our review of that one when that comes out. But yeah, let us know your thoughts on Moon Knight episode 4. Let us know your thoughts.
I'm glad he kissed that girl too. At first he almost, I thought he was gonna ruin it because he didn't kiss her. She wanted to kiss him, he didn't kiss her. And all of a sudden he just came in there and kissed her. I was like, there you go, Steven.
He ended up getting punched.
Step your game up,
He
Steven.
ended up punching himself for it.
Yeah.
He did. But let us know your thoughts on Moon Knight episode 4 down below. Let us know what theories you guys have on the show or the series. Where do you think you'll go from here? We would love to hear that. And if you enjoyed this review, feel free to leave a like, share, and subscribe. I'm DeAndre.
I'm Javante.
And this is Dre and Jay.
We out.
Deuces.